Today we're going to be taking a look at a popular upgrade for your pickup trucks. It's the Timbren Suspension Enhancement System. All you got to do is put your vehicle in the fit guide just to get the kit that'll have a custom bracket so it'll fit your truck. There's a lot of different ways that you can beef up your suspension and a lot of options on our site, but I like these the best because it literally took me maybe 15 minutes to install. So if I were to compare this to airbags are kind of a pain. You have to run airlines, you probably need a compressor, and if you don't get a compressor, you got to run out and air them up. They're a little bit more customizable, but you don't really have it completely dialed in. With this, the stop is exactly where it is, and as your suspension starts to sag, it'll kick in right away, and there's a lot less maintenance, and it's the most cost-effective way to kind of beef up your suspension. So if you want my opinion, this is the way to go. So here is what we added today. So we basically just replaced the factory bump stops. So there's a lot of different situations where we're gonna really need these. We'll notice the gap down here. We're gonna have a lot less of a gap than we did with the factory system. So if your vehicle sags under a load, whenever you have a lot of stuff in here, you have a 450, you're planning on doing some pretty big stuff with it. So a lot of the times it'll make your headlights just go way up bright and you're blinding everybody that you're driving against. Also, with less of a load on the front wheels, we are going to have a little bit less good steering and handling just because of the weight transferred to the back. So you bought a big old truck. You're planning on doing quite a lot of heavy hauling. So this isn't going to increase our capacity of our truck. It is going to have a limit of 12,000 pounds, but it is going to do a lot for you. What? Well, a lot of that sag, whenever you have a lot of load in the back, what happens is it starts going like that. One, you're going to be that guy on the highway that everybody's flashing your lights at, because once your front end starts to raise, it's going to look like high beams and you're going to be blinding everybody. You don't want to be that guy, trust me. Also, whenever that weight kind of transfers to the back, there's gonna be less weight on the front. So, less weight on the front, that's what steers. We're not gonna have near as good of handling as if we have these on and it's a little bit more level to where we keep the weight kind of distributed a little bit more. Also, with the leaf springs, they're gonna engage a lot quicker with the Timbren suspension system. So your leaf springs aren't going to be working a whole lot. It's going to limit trailer sway and all sorts of stuff. So if you really just want to kind of protect your truck and just make the whole riding experience a little bit nicer, this is definitely the way to go. Whether you're hauling with a ball mount or a gooseneck or a fifth wheel, it's not going to have any interference with the gooseneck or fifth wheels in the bed of your truck. So you don't have to worry about that. Some of you guys were wondering, and Adam's saying it's not going to be a problem. So one, I like the black color because it doesn't really stick out like the factory ones. And also, these are a lot smaller than the ones we put on here. There's only about a finger's length in between there, so they're definitely going to engage even with some of the lighter loads. And that'll do it for our look at the Timbren Suspension Enhancement, and I'm Adam with eTrailer.